Hi, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Titan Business Builders. And today we have, of course, as always, another special guest. And this today is Dr. Kelly Clark. And she is an independent associate of, and now I have to look up the name, PPLSI. Hi, Kelly. Welcome to the show.
Hey, thank you so much. I am happy to be here and congratulations on starting a really great little enterprise that's really reaching out and helping LGBTQIA plus business owners around the world.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you, Kelly. Yes, and today, for anybody that is watching live or listening to the recording, we're going to talk about your business and what you're doing. And it's actually involving network marketing. And before that, people throw stones at us because we're talking about network marketing, let's just put a big disclaimer that this is about the way that network marketing really has a positive impact and really where you can build a decent business around it. And that is your business that is connected to PPLSI.
Yep.
So, Kelly, tell everybody what is it exactly that you're doing?
Sure. Thank you so much. So let me back up just a minute
Yeah.
and share a little bit of my story because first of all, I'm not a medical doctor. I'm a higher education doctor. So PhD working in higher ed. And about in 2013, I decided to quit my job and to go back to school full time because I wanted to get a PhD. I wanted to get a doctorate. Mostly because I thought that that was going to support me in doing what I wanted to do, which is training, consulting, and some speaking engagements. Plus, it's just something that I always wanted to do. So when you walk away from your job, there's no money coming in. I had no idea what I was going to do for money. And like you hear with a lot of network marketing stories, a complete stranger introduced me to PPLSI. But I will tell you, and I'm going to go over for your audience why that was a really good thing in my case, because it allowed me to really step away from my business, to still have money coming in, to be a full-time student when I needed to actually learn how to be a business owner, because as a employee for all of my life, for 40 years of my life, I was 50 at the time. So at 40 years of my life, I did not know how to be a business owner. And network marketing actually allowed me to do all of that. And so what I do today is what I do because our company offers services, not products. I'm similar to an insurance agent where I am marketing our products to people who would need our product, our services, into people who need our services out in the marketplace. My particular company happens to be US and Canadian based. So unlike some of the other network marketing opportunities that are out there that cover, great swaths of the world, I'm kind of US and Canada, kind of North American based right now with my company. So what it is that we do, just in a nutshell, is we offer legal services to families and businesses that are typically priced out of being able to hire attorneys to do the things that they need to do. So for small businesses, which is where I love to work with other small business owners, we're offering support, hiring, firing, workers' compensation, signing of contracts, purchasing buildings, any type of interactions that they have to have with municipalities for zoning and regulations and all of the things that a law firm helps with our small business. We're able to provide to small and mid-sized companies without breaking the bank for them, which is huge, right? So that's the core of what our business does.
That's awesome. Yeah. And I really feel like since you jumped into business building after all those years of being an employee, that's not an easy thing to do for sure. But using the network marketing model and actually providing valuable services for small businesses actually accelerates that business building education for yourself because you saw how small businesses work. You also saw from your network marketing company, the parent company, how they did it. And you can emulate a lot of these things for yourself. Does that make
Yes.
sense?
Yes, it is. And that's why I loved how you said, before you turn us off, like, wait, don't turn us off. Don't throw
Yeah.
stones, because I know that network marketing has a bad reputation, and it has a bad reputation for some good reasons. Let's face it, there have been really crappy companies that have sold really crappy goods out into the marketplace. There have been really great people who have wasted, quite frankly, a lot of money in the past on buying, products that they could not then sell. And so it has felt like an industry that is, rife with opportunities for scammers and
Mm,
pyramid schemes and things like that. However, the industry itself has cleaned up a lot of the negatives that used to happen, just like any other industry as it
mm,
grows and matures and changes. And people don't have to spend thousands of dollars on products anymore that they may turn around and not be able to sell. They don't have to have auto ship that they couldn't, do.
yeah.
And so what people will find now, or let me back up and explain what network marketing really is, because I think people misunderstand it. Network marketing simply is a different kind of business model that places the sales agents external to a company rather than having them be internal to the company as employees, right? So you can have Coca-Cola, for instance, which has internal sales employee teams, right? They go out and they make the sales into the marketplace. They work for Coca-Cola. They have regular raises, and they have, a talk about a pyramid scheme, right? There's one CEO at the top.
Yeah.
People are fighting to maybe get up there, maybe one day if they possibly can, right? Network marketing is the opposite of that. Network marketing has a company that decides to place its sales and marketing team outside of the company as contractors. And so we contract with the company to go out and build our own sales team, right? So if I'm internal to Coca-Cola, I'm working with other people that the company hired. They're not my own team. They're not my, I haven't had a lot to do with it. We're just kind of all supposed to work together. Whereas if we're external, I'm building my own sales and marketing team. I get to be the CEO of my own, sales and marketing agency, so to speak. And we're all together going out there and marketing these products or services. And so what that does is it flips the script. Whereas internal to a company, there's a glass ceiling. I can only earn so much. I've got to answer to these bosses. Um, External to the company, there is no glass ceiling. I can earn as much as I work for, right? I don't have to answer to bosses. I have colleagues that support me. I have mentors who, instead of competing with me, right? So internal sales, you're going to have a mentor or a boss who may not have an incentive to get you to be really good because you become a threat to them, right? There's competition within internal, sales. Whereas externally, my mentors, the folks who are working with me, they have an incentive to help me to do better, because when I do better, they do better, right? I'm not a competition to them anymore. So one of the other things that you talked about was this notion of learning to become an entrepreneur. And this is why I think, and I thank you for inviting me on today, that other people who are looking to start a business, or someone who may be starting a business but is finding it really difficult to get any traction, as starting and is thinking about throwing in the towel, should really consider network marketing. Because what it does is, for a very small investment, you have the opportunity to learn how to be a business owner with all of the training that your company offers you, with all of the support that your team offers you. I have people who make $1 million a year as my coaches, right? I meet with them once a week to get all of that coaching about how to build my business. As a brand new solo entrepreneur, somebody who had a great idea and has decided to start up their own company, chances are they don't have millionaires coaching them unless they're paying for it, right? To learn how to do the business, to keep you going when things get down, when you're just ready to lay down and die, right? Who is standing next to you? Maybe friends and family who are waiting for you to give up anyway, because owning a business is really difficult. So what I have found to be true for me and lots of others within good network marketing companies is the opportunity to learn how to grow a very profitable business surrounded by people who are very different from the coworkers that I had when I was an employee, people who are visionaries, people who are already successful, people who are collaborative and want to see me win, cheerleaders for me. And at the end of the day, if I fail, if I fall flat on my face, I'm out the $99 that it cost me to start my business, right? Which is really different from, let's say somebody is just opening a restaurant. You're putting $50,000 or $60,000 into your restaurant before you sell your first meal, right? So if you fell flat on your face, you are risking a whole lot for yourself and your family. Whereas in network marketing, if you get all of that support and you still fall on your face, okay, you pick yourself up and you keep going.
Yeah. And this kind of explanation is what a lot of people should hear. And if you think about it, all the support that you're getting from the company helps you build that business in a way that it's supposed to be built, right? You're learning from people to not make the mistakes they already have made,
Right.
basically. And I think a really important piece as well, if you think about it, what is network marketing? You're selling a service that is proven to be good, especially in your case. In the good cases, it's a good service, it already sells, and people want it. So you're building a business around something that is already validated, people want it, and it's
Yeah.
sellable, right?
Right.
It's just up to you to actually sell
To
that
do it.
service.
And so you're right. You remove the risk, right?
Mhm.
The risk that entrepreneurs take on to have a niche, that solves a problem that we know people want to pay for,
Mhm.
because you could have the best product or service and a wonderful niche, but if people decide that it's not something that they're not willing to pay for your solution to their problem, it doesn't matter, right?
Mm.
So with network marketing, you don't have to have the good idea, because I know a lot of people who wish that they could leave their jobs and start a business, but they can't. They don't have
Yeah.
what they think is the next great idea, right? And so they're sitting at work wishing that they weren't there anymore, wanting to start something, but they can't come up with what they think is going to be the next thing.
Mm.
So your network marketing has done that for you. Somebody else has an idea. You're not having to sink money into research, production,
Mhm.
right? All of those things. You're not having to train your service staff or your membership or the folks who answer the phone for customer service. All of those things are done. You're not having to manufacture. All of those things are done by the company, but you're creating your opportunity to create a sales funnel for
Yeah.
yourself. And in my case, I'm actually, because we're very similar to an insurance product, I'm also able to generate residual income, which
Yeah.
means that my book of business is mine. And as long as people continue paying for our services, even if I'm not here anymore, I've now created a business that can be inherited by my children, right? So I am able to use this in my particular case, network marketing opportunity to build something that actually can be passed down as well. So it's not just individual sales in my case.
Yeah.
I'd love to share with your viewers what I would say I've heard as the top 5 things that you want to evaluate if you're thinking about joining and starting a business with a network marketing company. So
Go ahead.
is it a good time to share? Okay.
Absolutely. Go ahead.
So this comes from Network Marketing Pro, which is an organization that's run by Eric Worre, who has made a lot of money in network marketing. And now he and his organization support other people in learning about network marketing as an industry and becoming a professional, right? Not just somebody who kind of uses a product and then maybe signs a few other people on in order to get free products, but people who really want to take this to be a business opportunity for themselves and their family. So he gives us 5 things that we want to really look at. So the first thing is the product, right? What is the product? What do you know about the product? Is there a need for it in the marketplace? It would be really great to sell the best horseshoes in the world, but if everybody's driving a car, horseshoes aren't going to work, right? So what is the product? What is the need for the product? Does the product actually solve the need? Because this is, again, some of those things that entrepreneurs go through. You develop a product that you think, and it's just a little bit off. So does it really solve the problem? Is it priced to sell? Are people willing to pay the price point that it's set at? And is it priced for profit? Because if you're going to enter into network marketing to become an entrepreneur, then you want to be able to make a profit that you can feed your family on one day, right? And it's not just about, I get a little bit off when I make my own order, right? So is it priced for a profit? The second thing is, what do you know about the company? Research the heck out of your companies, right? Who is the management? What's the leadership team? What is their background? How are they structured? Are they great problem solvers? Do you see that coming up? Ultimately, if you think about joining a network marketing company, it's almost like tiny franchising, if I can put it that way. It's like individual franchising. I could spend $750,000 for a McDonald's franchise, right? What they're promising me is what you said. A great product. They're promising me a product that's already selling in the marketplace. They're promising me a system that I don't have to develop myself. They're promising me education on how to do it, right? And they're promising me good leadership so that as problems come up in the marketplace, I can rely on those leaders to be good problem solvers so that my little McDonald's is going to do well. That's the same thing that you want to think about when you're starting a network marketing business, right? Who is the leaders? What are they offering you? Can they solve problems in the marketplace? Ultimately, your $750 investment, right, in a network marketing company, not $750,000 for McDonald's, but your $750 investment in a network marketing company is you investing in the leadership and your trust of them. You want to think about your compensation structure, right? Can you make money fairly easily? You should be able to go out and get your investment back within a few days to a week or two, right? And so if your investment is $2,000 and it's going to take you 6 months to get that back, that is not the right company for you, right? It's probably not the right company for anyone. So if you invest $500 and you can get that money back by doing a few simple things within your system that the company teaches you to do in a week or two, that's a better investment, right? You want to have a company that's compensation plan is going to allow you to make a decent part-time income with some diligent hard work, right? Because that's how you're learning to be a business owner. I would never suggest for anybody to quit their job and go start a network marketing business. What you're going to do is you're going to overlap the two. You're going to stay in your job. You're going to do your 9 to 5, But then 5 o'clock to 9 p.m., you're going to work your network marketing business part-time. And if you do that, you should be able to make a decent part-time income in a few short months, right? And then you want a company. So the third thing that you're going to look for in your compensation plan is the ability to go big. So if you want to put in big energy, big commitment, you should be able to have big payoff at the end. There are people, as I said, my personal mentor made $1 million in our same company last year, right? So if I want to do, not everybody wants that, but if I want to do that, I can see there are a number of people in my company who are doing it. There are people in the industry who are doing it. The fourth thing that you want to look at is support. What does the company offer? They should offer you training, marketing, materials, website, right? Events where you can invite people to learn about your research and product development. Are they sitting on their laurels? Are they always, introducing new things into the marketplace? So you want to make sure that you have that directly from the company, as well as from any sponsors that you might have, right? So you want to have a sponsor who is active and doing the work. And then the timing, like any other business opportunity, you want to make sure that the timing is right. Like, this is a company who this company may be brand new, or the company, in my case, my network marketing company is 50 years old. It doesn't matter about the age of the company. Is the timing right? If all of those other things match up for you and you find that you have a solid opportunity, are they introducing new things in the marketplace that you could get on and ride with this company moving forward? So those would be the 5 areas that I would evaluate. When I look at my company personally, I can check off without a doubt all 5 boxes and feel really competent that what I have is a company that's got a great product, a proven system, lots of guidance and support, and the only variable in the equation is me.
Mm-hmm.
And as a business owner, I realize that, and I know the things that I need to do to get better at taking advantage of the opportunity that I have in front of me.
And thank you for that 5-point overview. But I also think the last part, the last sentence even that you said, is even more important. It's about you as a business owner.
Yeah.
You have to make it work. You can get the best system. You can get the McDonald's system of whatever.
Yeah.
But if you're not committed to it, if you don't have the mindset of a business owner, it's still gonna be very hard to make it into a success, for sure.
It is so
Yeah.
true. And in my
So,
case, my company, my CEO has told us directly, your development, your personal and professional development is more important. The time that you spend doing that is more important than the time that you spend in the business, because he understands that it doesn't matter how much time you spend in the business. If you are not developing yourself and your mindset to be able to really run and do this, you're just spinning your wheels, right? And so we read books, we go to seminars, we have training upon training upon training. I mean, there's almost too much training in my company. Everywhere I turn, there's another training opportunity. But it's because they recognize, in order to be a solid business owner, you really have to personally develop yourself.
yeah. And I love, Kelly, what you said in our questionnaire that we send always before the interview, is you mentioned the author of the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad,
Mm-hmm.
Robert Kiyosaki.
Yeah.
And he says that if he had to do it all over again, he would start with network marketing. And that's actually amazing to hear that.
It's a huge endorsement for
Yeah.
the industry, but it's because he recognizes those opportunities.
Mhm.
Small, tiny investment, right? I mean, some of the network marketing companies, you could spend $2,000 or $3,000 in your investment. I would not do that
Mm.
because I know I'm the variable and I want to recoup that money back as fast as I can. And so that would be a lot of investment for me, and a lot of pressure. But you can start a network marketing company with a network marketing company for as little as $100
Mm.
for like my company currently is $99 investment, right? And we are 50 years old, absolutely solid $2 billion valuation company. And so he recognizes that you don't have to have a huge outlay of money in order to learn how to be a business owner, because quite frankly, you already know this. Entrepreneurs, they don't win the first time out. Most entrepreneurs have 3, 4, 5 different businesses that they've started and kind of tried to go with
Yeah.
before they get the one that actually sticks and is the winner, right? And so that's a lot of time, commitment, and investment. They're not wasting it, they're learning,
It's
right?
also personal development for sure.
Right. That's that personal development. They're learning. Every failure is an opportunity to learn and to grow.
Hmm.
But it's a lot for the average person who's never thought about being, who doesn't know how to be a business owner. That's a lot to go through. People lose their marriages. People, their kids stop talking to them during that 4 or 5 failures, right? There's a lot of personal, pain that could come with that. So why not cut it short? Why not? I think that that's what Robert Kiyosaki sees. It's the opportunity to get into something without a lot of an investment, but to still have the same amount of personal development growth opportunity.
So, how did it look like for you, your personal development while doing this? What was the biggest mindset shift that you have gone through?
Oh my goodness. You know what I've gone through a lot of mindset. I'll tell you my biggest, and then I'll tell you some of what I think is really important. I think my biggest mind shift has just been about money. I recognize that I came from a family that has a poor mindset. So if you read anything from Robert Kiyosaki, you understand that there's a rich mindset and there's a poor
Mm.
mindset. It doesn't mean that you're poor, like you don't have enough to eat poor. It means that you don't understand how money functions in the world, right? And so my biggest shift has been understanding the way money actually works in the world. I was one of those people who was, pretty down on rich people. Oh, rich people are greedy. Oh, look at what they're doing. Maybe jealous of what I see them being able to throw away their money on things, right? And what I had to understand is having more money, having wealth doesn't make you a bad person. More money allows you to be more of who you already are, right? So if you are a bad person and you have more money, it allows you to be a bigger bad person, right? If you're a selfish person already and you have more money, it allows you to be selfish at a different level, right? But if you are a person who is giving and caring, having more money allows you to be more giving and more caring.
Yeah.
If you're a person who sees the deficits in the world, it allows you to go in and fix some of those problems because you now have the resources to do the
Mm.
things that you see. So that was my biggest mindset shift. But I will tell you, one of the other things that has been huge for me is just the realization of some of my own personality traits and some of the ways in which I've been socialized in the world. Um, I used to tell myself, because I'm fairly introverted, which is what people think that being an introvert means being shy. And I was under that impression for a long time. What it really means is, where do you draw your energy from, right? So introverts draw their energy from quiet time. We need quiet time away from people to recharge. Whereas extroverts draw their energy from being in a crowd. So from other people, they get energized and charged up, right? So I used to go around saying to myself that I wasn't a people person. And then I looked up one day, and because this was an excuse for me in my business. Well, I'm not a
Mm.
people person, so doing sales that's not going to work for me because I'm not a people person. But I have a degree in mental health counseling, and I've always worked in colleges and universities with students with, counseling and advising students. And I've never, ever had a job where I was in the back room sitting working with a computer, I've always only ever worked with people. I'm a trainer and a speaker. And so being in this business and doing the reading and going to the seminars and things allowed me to uncover some of my own self-deception, if that makes sense.
Mhm.
Allowed me to uncover some of the things that are programmed into me from childhood, because we all have a little bit of something that we're fighting. And trust me, it will show up as you try to become a business owner. Doesn't matter what it is. There was something that triggered you as a kid to want to create safety in your life. And that thing will pop up as you're trying to be the owner of a business. And so you've got to deal with it, because if you don't deal with it, it's not going to allow you to cross over into that success. Because all of the no's and all of the struggles and all of the people who laugh at you, all of the people who are trolling and applauding every time you fail will trigger that thing. And it will be the thing that makes you stop and not be successful. So those kind of two things for me that have come up.
I love every word of that. I mean, being a business owner puts a magnifying glass on everything that you're doing,
Everything.
especially your mindset.
And if
So,
you are not comfortable with yourself, if you have doubt, if you have a victim mindset, all of those things are going to be triggered through this process.
but I would say that at the same time, it creates so much awareness about that that you're actually almost forced to change that, and
Yes.
that you become that better version of yourself through
Yes.
this journey. So
Yes.
it's almost like entrepreneurship, building your own business is a way of therapy to
It
to
is.
overcome some of your issues. So
But you have to stick with it. And that's where
yeah,
I think that is part of the reason why network marketing gets a bad reputation.
mm,
Because, I've even on my team, I've had the first person who says no. You've got to be kidding me. What are you doing? That hurts.
mm,
And so a lot of people get into network marketing, but they never sell a thing because they can't get past the first two people who tell them no. And
mm,
so when you look at the statistics for network marketing worldwide, it's so lopsided, because compared to the number of people who are successful compared to the number of people who start every year is minuscule. But it's because those people start a business without knowing that it's really all about that therapy and the self-development. You've got to stick in it way past the nose, right? And you think of every successful person that we could name on the planet has been told no a million times before they were finally told yes. And we've got to stick it out. So it's only going to be that therapy growth for you if you stay, if you stick and stay.
yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Kelly, we are part of the LGBTQ plus community, and within technology, of course, we help a lot of LGBTQ plus business owners. How much has that had an impact on your business, on your journey?
Hmm. That's a really great question, because it's mixed for me. Um, it it definitely helps in that I feel like, well, part of what maybe your viewers should also know about me is that for the last 13 years, I've also worked specifically in LGBTQ spaces. So my jobs have been working in LGBTQ run organizations or things like that. So as my full-time job, while I've been doing my network marketing business. And so for me, I have built quite a network of positive LGBTQ role models and colleagues that help me, that have already helped me to feel safe in my skin, comfortable being out. I've for the last 13 years I've been the face of the gay community. So anytime something happens in the news, I'm the person that's generally getting a phone call from the media. Tell us about what this means, So I've been in those roles, and so I'm a little bit different, but it has been great for me because it has allowed me to take advantage of some of the comfort and community that I've already built. And of course, my business is legal services. And so I'm having an opportunity to also market legal services to a community of people who quite often, unfortunately, have a lot of legal needs, right? So it has been interesting that it works. I have an angle that it can work for me. Um, but I also think that, I have had a really good time breaking into LGBTQ business communities that I haven't necessarily been a part of in the past. So connecting with, businesses like yours, technology, connecting to the LGBTQ chambers, the business chambers that are around the United States and certainly branching out into the world has been really great. It's almost like being part of a fraternity or sorority because I've been attending a lot virtually because of the pandemic,
Mm.
which has been nice because I can attend a meeting
Everywhere.
in anywhere, right?
Yeah.
And there is just instant connection because we all recognize that we have the same experience as LGBTQ people. And so it doesn't seem as awkward, I think, as
Mm.
other ways of networking and selling within communities because we've got this kind of really nice connecting point that we can start some commonality from where we can start and jump off.
Yeah, 100%, Ella. This is truly a big point for us as well. While we are building a community for business owners as well, it's not like it's all about creating the connection with like-minded people. It's all about finding that commonality among each other. It's not about trying to fight for a space. Like especially here in Europe, that's not the case anymore. So
Mhm.
for me, it has always been about finding people like you that are building businesses and that are also part of the LGBTQ plus community because that creates that kind of connection.
Yeah.
So I love that you say that. That's truly important for me as well. A last question, Kelly, before we end the show. And this is a question that I ask every time. What does success mean to you?
Oh, that's a great question. And I think for me, it means it's part of what you talked about earlier, becoming the best version of yourself. I really truly believe that everybody was born with some kind of gift for the world. Like we are intended to be a gift to the world. And I think that life kind of beats us down. And there are lots and lots of people who never get to realize their gift. And so for me, success is realizing what that gift is and being able to, let it kind of pour forth into the world and support the world in whatever way that is. And it's different for everybody, right? Someone else's success is not going to look like yours. And you learn that real fast as an entrepreneur as well, because we're oftentimes people quit their jobs and they're chasing some version of success that they see on the internet or that somebody else has had, and they smack right upside the wall because their success is not supposed to look the same. And so success is finding what it is that you can bring forth and offer to the world. And I firmly believe that you'll know it when you see it, you'll feel it, when that happens. Um, and some of those things that we're doing are also the things that come easier to us, right? And so, yeah, that would be success for me. So I am feeling every time I can make a difference, particularly in the life of an LGBTQ person, that is part of my building success. I'm very committed to the community.
That's an awesome answer, Kelly. Thank
Thank
you very much for that. So, if people want to get to know you better, where should they go?
I would be happy if people would just connect with me on LinkedIn. I love LinkedIn. It's such a great platform for business connections. I will tell you that I am sitting here in upstate New York, in the USA, and I have been meeting with people from Australia, South Africa,
Yeah,
folks over in Europe like yourself.
Belgium.
Yeah, Belgium. I can just like I feel like I should get a map because I can start putting pins in
Yeah,
it. The pandemic has been absolutely horrible. However, the silver lining from this thing has been helping us to use the technology that we've all had access to anyway in a very different way.
true.
And so I am just enjoying so much connecting with people over LinkedIn. So please do look me up. Let me know that you saw me on Titanology with Stefan and
Absolutely. And I'll put the link right here.
conversations. Yes, the
Uh,
link is right there.
you can
Take a
you can
picture
find
quick.
Kelly on LinkedIn for sure. And yeah, we're everywhere. We're on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on YouTube if you want to find us and find this interview again. If you want to listen to it again or view it again, we're almost everywhere. So I want to thank everybody for being with us. And thank you again, Kelly, for your knowledge about network marketing, about yourself, about the business, about the LGBTQ plus community. I'm really grateful that you were here, and I will definitely catch up with you later. We will
All
see
right, thanks,
and get it
Stefan.
started.
And I want to congratulate you on Titanology. Everybody, you've got to stay connected to this. It's going to be so important for the growth of your own businesses. So thank you again.
Thank you, Kelly. Thank you, everybody, and I will see each other on the next episode. Bye bye.